Hey everyone, Chef Jean-Paul Bourgeois here, the editor-at-large of Louisiana Cooking Magazine. I got the folks from the office here with me today at my house, and we're thinking about cooking outdoors, and I'm gonna be sharing some recipes and tips and tricks. Fall's in the air, and I got turkey on the mind. So today, we're gonna be cooking a smoked turkey breast. Let's get to it. All right, now that my smoker is set to the right temperature for smoking our turkey breast, I want to make the injection. This is a super simple injection. You can add to it, you can take from it, you can make it as complicated as you want, but I find this is a really straightforward one. It consists of butter, chicken bouillon, water, some Cajun seasoning, and a little bit of garlic powder. And we're just gonna bring that injection up to a simmer and then let it cool before we give it the needle into that turkey breast. All right, so real simple. I have a small little sauce pot here. I have some unsalted butter as well. You can go right into that pot. I'm gonna use, for this recipe, a half a teaspoon of chicken bouillon, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a tablespoon of Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning, a half a cup of water, 1 leaf of bay. So by boiling the injection, you emulsify the butter into the water and chicken stock, making a more homogeneous mixture to inject into the turkey breast. All right, we've made our injection. It's been, it's simmered, it's cooled, it's looking real good. It's okay if you inject a little bit while it's still warm, especially if you're going straight onto the smoker like we are. Now, a couple of things to address. We have this kind of aluminum foil setup underneath. This is one, it's gonna keep my cutting board clean, but it's also, I'm gonna roll this up and use it almost like an aluminum tray that I'm gonna smoke this turkey breast in. That's gonna retain all the drippings and the injection that drips through it, while also, and keeping that turkey moist. This is the biggest problem you have with smoking turkey, roasting turkey, frying turkey, is keeping it moist. And so that's what's gonna help here. We decided to do 1 turkey breast for those folks who maybe it's just them at home for Thanksgiving. You can use the same recipe in legs, you can use the same recipe in a spatchcock style turkey, or even if you got a whole roasted turkey traditionally for Thanksgiving, you can do the same way. But we're gonna demonstrate in just this breast portion to keep it, reasonable for folks that are cooking for a smaller group. All right, so I have my injection needle here. I'm gonna plunge it all the way down, and then I'll just take that and I'm just filling this whole cavity up with the injection. Now, what I wanna do, I wanna choose my injection site. Typically, I want the thickest part of the breast to inject in. Not only that, but I just wanna make 1 entry site, meaning I'm gonna probably inject right here, but as I move the injection, I'm gonna go this way, then I'm gonna go this way, and then I'm gonna go that way through the same hole. The other thing you don't wanna do is you don't wanna go all the way through the meat. You wanna get right into the middle, as close as the bone as possible. And as you can see here, we have just a rib joint and a breastplate. And so I'm gonna try to get all into here without going through the other side. Make sense? All right, let's get to work. I'm choosing this as my injection site, and I'm just gonna go in halfway. And you can see I'm going tilting all the way, and I'm gonna go try to get all the way into this corner of that turkey. You can see it already came out the side, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna keep pulling it out, repositioning the tip of that needle into different sections of the turkey. Some's gonna come out, that's okay. You're just trying to get as much as you can internally into that breast. You should notice I'm hitting that whole breast from 1 injection point. All right, that's good. We can get a little bit more. So there's also the tenderloin on this side. You can go around this side, and if you want to go around the bottom, just so you have a better access to some of that tenderloin, so you can see my needle all the way at the tip right here. And then you see as I move it back, I'm just blowing that protein up with that injection. Same thing, I'm not moving my injection point. I'm just coming down right here, getting a little bit right there. And then I want to get this tenderloin right here. So again, this is your turkey tenderloin. As you can see, it's separate from the larger part of the breast. And we're just going to treat that as an individual muscle. This I'm going to do a number of different, just a couple of different injection points, just because it's a smaller thing. All right, what do I want to do next? You can find that bone. That's what I like to do. So I can use my finger and I can feel that bone right there. I'm not really making an injection point. I'm just trying to find the meat in between, that space in between the bone and that meat. I'm just going to give it a large boost of injection. And if you want just to use up a little bit more, because this stuff is flavorful, it is delicious, so it's not going to go to waste. You can take that and then just give it a little bit of drip on top. Okay, and the only other thing I like to do is just hit this skin with just a light sprinkle of salt. And that turkey breast is ready for the smoker. Let's go make sure our pit is hot. We got the right amount of wood chunks in there, because I do want this to be a smoked turkey breast, not just a roasted turkey breast. So let's make sure we get some good wood flavor in there. Okay, we've injected our turkey breast. Our smoker is ready to go. It's set to 300 degrees. It's going to take about an hour, hour and a half to get to that internal temperature that we're looking for. But as you can tell, we're set up here with our turkey. We got our little aluminum pan that's going to catch all those turkey drippings and that marinade injection that comes from there. It's going to make for a great pan dripping or pan sauce for this smoked turkey breast. So again, you can see we're set up here. Got a clean smoker. We got a good hickory chunks and pecan chunks in there. We're going right on the top shelf here, and we're going to forget about it for the next hour. We might come back, take a peek, maybe spoon a little bit of that injection over the top, make sure it's staying moist and succulent and delicious. All right, let's check on this turkey. I have a feeling it's ready to go. Yeah, it feels good. Still have retained all those juices in there. I'm just gonna get it right here, kind of bend that foil into this container so it can rest. And that's what the next thing we want to do, is just let that turkey rest like so until we're ready to slice it. All right, so our turkey has rested. You can see it's still nice and juicy and succulent. What we're gonna do first is just try to, little by little, just carve off this rib bone. Slice this turkey, so I can't have that bone there. But that's really, the bone is really good to smoke with, because or really cooking anything bone in, because the bone acts as a conductor of heat and it protects the meat as well. So you get kind of a cooking quality from keeping bone in, and you get a protective quality from keeping it in there as well. All right, so you can tell, you can save that, you can pick that, you can add this to, to your stuff, but we're gonna keep that to the side right now. All right, then last but not least, let's just slice this up. And you tell it's beautifully juicy. Exactly what we wanted out of that. If you want, you could put your oven on broil and just kind of brown and crisp up this skin a little bit. For this case, for this video, we're not going to do that, and I'll just put it even right back in that foil pack, or you can go right in just another fresh container and take that butter mixture, injection mixture, just give that a little bath. All right, let's try one of these pieces here. You can see we have a good smoke ring around the edge. It's juicy, succulent. Let's taste it, see how it tastes though. I'm really looking forward to Thanksgiving, but this turkey beats every Thanksgiving turkey I've ever had. Look, whether you're cooking this for your family or just for two, this is a good recipe to go by, especially if you've got a small amount. You're cooking for a minimum amount of people. It was done in about 2 hours, took about 30 minutes to prep, an hour and a half to cook, half an hour to rest, and then we were ready to go.